Hello and good day. This is Harry Shuppler, bringing you a little bit of word about the market. Lately it's been a little bit off, and of course it's because of everyone's reaction to the Afghanistan situation, which may go on for a while, but the market, I believe, is temporarily down and will quickly rebound. But I wanted to talk to you today about inflation. Inflation, very simply, is when there's more money than there are goods and services. And what will happen is that the price of goods and services will rise until it equals the amount of money available. Now, currently, you can see at the gas pump that gas has gone up quite a bit. You've heard the stories of housing, or maybe you've been involved yourself in trying to purchase a home and having to bid over the suggested amount or the amount the buyers are asking for. What's happened is that because of the COVID shutdown last year in particular, many factories shut down, and therefore the supply chain has been completely interrupted. And frankly, there aren't products available because the factories haven't been supplying them. That's beginning to get better, and as it gets better, most likely prices will go down. But in the meantime, prices may be high if there are shortages. Probably the best example of this is in a hurricane where there's 3 generators and 100 people that want to buy generators, and there's price gouging that goes on, so-called, because the people with the most money will be able to be the ones that get the generator. So whenever there's a scarcity, or that is less product than there is money to buy it, the price will rise to equal whatever money is available for it. Okay, now long term, our country is in somewhat of a jam. All the trillions of dollars that was spent on COVID means that if you look from January of this year until now, their M2 money supply, which is basically all deposits held in banks, is up 40%. Now, what that means is there's just a lot more money to buy product, and when that happens, the cost of that product or service will grow to equal the supply of money available. And it's just a hard fact that inflation looks like it's with us around the corner. Well, what does that mean for the stock market? Okay, many gold bugs will tell you sell all your money that's in the stock market and buy gold, silver, platinum, and other kinds of commodities. If you're able to guess just right, if you know just exactly when to buy the gold and when to sell it, you might be able to make a lot of money. But the long-term interest rate on gold is practically zero. Gold and most commodities just rise with the cost of inflation, and that's it. So long-term, buying commodities because you think it's going to help you in inflation is not a good long-term strategy. On the other hand, whenever there's been inflation in economies, the market may dip a little bit, but eventually the businesses all figure out how to make profits in a inflationary environment. They'll charge more, they'll do whatever they have to do, and they'll make money. So it will be to your advantage to stay in the market long term, because that's where the money will be made, and prices in the market are always reflective long term of how much profit can be made in the economy. So as long as we remain a free country, and most of the world is a free country, we will have profits in the market irrespective of what's going on. The last thing I would say about that is the last time the United States had a really bad inflation was in the early 70s, and in the late 70s the Federal Reserve decided to crack down and started rising interest. If some of you older like me will remember when mortgages were 18%, and this killed inflation because it dried up money, and there was not as much money to meet the products and services, and so inflation kind of ended. However, if you look at the stock market, all through the middle 70s and all through the 80s, the market did incredibly well. I think there was only 1 year when the market was down. Otherwise, it was just an incredible gain in the market, because as inflation was growing, so were profits, and that was reflected in the price of stocks. And everybody who stayed in the market won. So my encouragement for you is to live through the inflation, keep saving that money, and know that your investment will inflate and earn more money than inflation over time. Have a great day. It's good to see you. Bye-bye.